Hi everyone, welcome to today's reading. I feel a little bit tense today. My body is not coping very well, honestly, with this Neptune in tropical Aries transit, and we have the Hermit in reverse to fall out. I think that this is essentially where I'm at energetically. I feel such a resistance, or I feel maybe an overforcing, which could also be significant for the Neptune and tropical Aries transit that we're in right now. For me personally, and for you if you relate, I'm feeling a forcefulness in the world of my spirit and my spirituality. I feel very aggressive in general. And when I try to bring myself to calm, it's really difficult, and I feel really irritated by really small things that shouldn't be that irritating, but they are. And I know it's because I'm feeling a sense of like aggravation in my spirit. It's honestly, it feels like this transit that we're in gave an extra energy or expanded the energy that is present, that is already present in us, so that it's like the image of, like I'd mentioned in previous readings, and like I've seen another reader mention, but she used a different example of a child not fitting in their clothes anymore, a plant needing to be repotted. But before, in the last reading, I was talking about the part, Morning Pearl, I was talking about the part where the plant was in suspension. Now I'm feeling into the part before the plant gets out of the pot, the first pot it's in, and the veins and the plant itself is just huge for this tiny small plant. That's what I'm feeling right now. And I feel very, honestly, I think I'm fighting too much. I'm fighting unnecessarily. And I could just calm down and breathe. And I could just remind myself internally to just keep calming down, keep breathing. But even doing that irritates me. And again, this is not a hormonal thing. I know the difference in my body between something that, well, I mentioned this with my friends actually, that these energetic shifts being part of the hormonal cycle, like they're one and the same. So yeah, I want that little voice inside of me that tries to say, it could just be hormones. No, it's not. They're one and the same thing. Even with other womb owners and actually other human beings, because everybody has their cycles. You have your own waves, regardless of what they have to do with. This also has to do with a part of ourselves, of our lives, some experience, something that's been ignored for too long, something that is now like showcasing itself. Whatever needs to be understood about our psyches and ourselves during this time is spilling out in other areas. So with me, I'll have to sit and understand more about why it is that I feel this extra urge of frustration outside of what I just explained. But to other people, this can show up in like an upheaval in your daily life, some random thing. Morning, Lisa. Yeah, good question, actually. I hadn't tried it, but that is, thank you for bringing that up again, Lisa. I was talking about upheaval in life, external, dramatic, just ridiculous stuff, just weird things. Yesterday, as I was getting into the car to drive to gym, I knocked my hand on the door frame. Like I was, the way you get in the car, I was allowing my cup of coffee to lead the way, but somehow I fucking knocked it. And then I spilled the coffee all over the front seat of the car right before I was rushing to go to gym. Yeah. And I could feel this constant inside messaging that says, slow down, calm down. Calm down. And this voice is really looking at me like, what's wrong though? Like, why are you so annoying? Beneath the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So this is probably why I am getting like randomly triggered by things. You know, when you scroll on social media and you see a post or a comment, anything really that triggers some painful memory or whatever, That's been happening a lot over the past few days, especially over the weekend. And that's part of why the weekend was so energetically intense for me because I was processing some shit, and the shit I was processing, I really didn't think it would come this painful again. It's annoying when these lessons come and make you realize that you're not actually done, or these lessons, they're not done with you. This fell out very interestingly. Let me just sit with this for a second. Okay. I don't really want to take every single one of them, but we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, these cards being significant. This was in reverse, though. I think that a lot of my readings and I just picked up Death in reverse, too. A lot of my readings these days have to do with a collective of people. We have the Emperor beneath the deck, and then I picked this deck up and the Ace of Wands left behind. It feels like we're all waiting for the answer or the change or the miracle that I myself have been feeling into, that thing. And looking at these cards, as annoying as it is to even sit with this now, this thing that we are waiting for is it feels like it's the thing we're resisting. It's the thing we're fighting. I don't even know what that would mean for me personally. So I don't even know where I got it from to say that. But it feels like we are, with regards to how we're looking at this big miracle or this change or this thing, to this, I don't know, a greater sense of clarity, a greater feeling of just feeling all right. Every time we look, every time we hope for it and we say, I can't wait until this thing comes, we are putting it outside of us. We're putting it in front of us. We're putting it any other place than where it really is all the time within. And I'm so annoyed by that because sometimes you really can't see it. Sometimes you really aren't connected to your divine sense. You don't feel hopeful. It's difficult to connect to those things, to those sensations. Sometimes it just is difficult and there's nothing to do about that. And it seems like something about accepting that or resisting it, that and trying to change and make every moment be the way you want it to be. Something about that might be bringing our own delays. But I also think that what's mostly the case is the fact that we are in a very energetically intense, and I'm always saying this, and I'm so bored of also always saying the same thing. Oh my God. Happy birthday, Pearl. Happy birthday. Very interesting that your birthday comes so close after a very so close. Well, yeah, after, but very close to a very, very major transit. The Neptune and Aries thing. But I mentioned this last time. That's very special. Very, very special. I hope you enjoy it today and the year ahead. Let me shuffle more and see. I'm going to shuffle from the Intuitive Tarot deck, actually. I like how there's more to work with energetically in terms of nuance as well. It's just more explorative. This also is obviously a subconscious thing. We are also sitting... Oh my God, we have 4 major arcanas. I hadn't even noticed that. And they're all so, so, so spiritual. All of this with the Magician is pretty interesting. It's like the universe is waiting on us, man. And that's so annoying. It's do you know that, I don't know where this story is from. I think it's from Karate Kid, but it's from the general narrative of a sensei and a student. You know, when the sensei takes in the student and then they're in their session and then the student keeps pressing the sensei like, what do I do? What do I have to do? And the sensei just gives back very vague answers that don't really give the student much to work with, only to find at the end of the lesson that 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 the whole experience was part of the lesson. You know what I mean? So yeah, it feels like that's what we're going through right now. And it's so annoying to me. I hate this. I hate feeling like this. I hate this resistance. I hate being aware of the resistance and not knowing how to quickly fix it. But then being told by the universe that I can actually quickly fix it, that it's actually all up to me. God damn it. I will say as well, though, that I have yet to do my daily routine. So that might be something. And I know I always feel better afterwards. So yeah, that might be something. A daily spiritual routine. And it takes so long. That's the thing. Every time I do the routine, it's like an hour of my time every day. That's how I start my day. Okay, I'm going to pull. I have 3 cards here. I'm going to shuffle for one more card and then see. And I asked for 1. The 6 of Rods fell out in reverse. We have the Hermit again. These spiritual times, man. And I love them. I love them because this is where I operate most of the time. But it's very difficult to do this and be this way in a reality, or while I'm witnessing a reality and other people, just the general external environment, not taking it seriously, so to speak, not doing this. So that I feel lost because I am that kind of person that needs other people. I definitely am that. Are we doing the right thing? Is this okay? Should I be doing what you're doing? But now is not the time, right? And that sucks. The loneliness of it. I cannot look to anyone during this time and be like, hey, what are you up to? Because nothing about what anyone else is doing is what I'm doing and is compared to what I'm doing. Very special missions. We each, oh yeah, okay. Like you know how what you want wants you back? Whatever your mission is knows that it's your mission. So personifying or giving life to that, to the fact that the mission is the thing that knows about you, it's like our missions are coming alive right now. But before the entirety of our mission comes online, more stuff needs to be dusted out. And I think part of what is a little uncomfortable about this period is that a lot of what's being dusted out are things that maybe you either didn't think you needed to face so soon, things that you're surprised you need to keep facing, things that you feel slow you down. Whatever is sitting in the eye of your resistance seems to be what is being dusted out or triggered. And yeah, also whatever is the most painful, because that's something that's been a big theme. These triggers that have been coming up have been from pains and traumas in my life that are the most painful. The center of my wound is what's being triggered up, which is difficult. It's very difficult. So we have, by the way, the Queen of Discs and the 2 and the 6 of Rods in reverse. I mean, the 2 of Swords and the 6 of Rods in reverse. We're trying, and I love that. And I love that all the feminine figures, there are multiple feminine figures that show up in these readings. The feminine is gorgeous, but I think that there's something special about the way that all of the feminines, the energies have showed up so especially gorgeously, especially beautifully. And beauty is important to me. It is. It's very important. I think that I don't take beauty in terms of the aesthetic pleasure of it. I take it as a signal of the inside out kind of thing. So mentioning the presence of beautiful feminine energy here is to acknowledge the lot of us and everybody watching the playback that we are at least answering to the softness of our lives, which is brilliant. I think if we were hard, we would be a little bit like, and dry and uncomfortable. And even being able to share loving energy in the chats like this is really beautiful. It's a really beautiful flow, which I love for us. I'm very grateful for, and I think is really important to combat the energy that might grow from this transit. I think that something about this might leave a lot of people thinking that you need to be more aggressive about certain things i.e., be hard about certain things, when that's not the case. I hope we retain our softness throughout time. I want to touch on the Six of Rods because the cards that are in reverse, I think that they have an energetic significance for us. This speaks of self-sabotage, the inability to let yourself succeed, fear of success and visibility, loss of vision, victory being snatched away at the last moment. However, it will still be possible to salvage important insights. I think what's significant here is the inability to let yourself succeed. I hope that I'm going to have to personalize this and sit with myself as to how this, because this feels very personal. But what I'm feeling into with the presence of the Empress and what I just mentioned about softness, I do hope that you're able to receive as much as you can. And I did see the Six of Pentacles briefly. Of the cards that fell out that I didn't want to touch, the Six of Pentacles was there. So receiving and asking for help feels important. Verbalizing truthfully how you feel feels important. Maybe not to anyone specific, but like just to yourself. Let me read on the Two of Swords. Thank you, Lisa. So this speaks of stasis, opposition, troublemaking, conflict, antagonism, antipathy, deliberate mischief making. Can I just search what antipathy means quickly? A deep-seated feeling of aversion, hostility. Yes, exactly. Okay. This is what I'm feeling. This is literally what I'm feeling. That word antipathy is perfect. But I'm so curious, I don't understand where it's coming from. It's just something that kind of overcame me today as I woke up. Beneath the Empress, we have the Fool. Okay, so I know this is a universal thing. It's a personal thing. It's specific. It's intentional. Okay, you know how sometimes when you get you just get annoying emotions, or you just get constantly triggered, or just some bullshit just keeps happening. Taking that, I'm learning how to take that more often as an invitation from the universe that says, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to freak out? Or are you going to calm down and try to find the solution? Are you going to burst into tears and cry? And then bear in mind that whatever it is that you decide to do, and so henceforth, so that the next time that happens, because it probably will, maybe not in the same way, just in a different shade, as everything is, life speaking to us in that way, in cycles, patterns, circles. The next time it happens, that's what you're going to get again. Yeah. I think I thought I wanted to mention something else, but yeah. Well, yeah, for the example, for myself for my future self that's going to watch this back, when I get triggered on social media by certain kinds of posts and comments, I know it can be something as simple as just turning off social media, but I actually like that aspect of the internet, how you can scroll things, how easy it is to be put into a different state of being. I like that. I like the challenge, and I like what it brings about within me. I like how I feel. I like what happens. So anyway, when that does happen, taking that, instead of being triggered by it, like I usually do, whatever the post is, the thing that usually triggers me, I try to take a different stance, and I try to, I've been trying to take on different angles, but I think what I've been mistaking in each time that I get triggered, in each lesson, is the option to just accept where I'm at, wherever it is that I'm at. I find it so difficult to do that, to just accept where I'm at. And in the state of acceptance, then miracles can happen. Then the universe can actually bring me stuff, instead of me being so resistant and trying to force every single moment into how I want it to be. Learning how to work with the universe and how to actually do it, how to do it right. it or how to do it better. I think that's what is happening to all of us right now. Neptune in Aries will definitely, in tropical Aries, in my opinion, will definitely favor the people who are able to hold their spirituality and their reality in balance. I do feel it's going to be a really brilliant time, an even more brilliant time for Capricorns and Aries placements. But people who have Aries and Pisces, or Aries and Scorpio, or Aries and Aquarius. People who can make things happen, they can make things happen with the energy available, not just with the things. Because it's about the energy first. So people who get the idea, I think a lot of ideas are going to come into a lot of our brains during this time. We need to be open, very open. Lots of dreams and random insights before you sleep or after you wake up. Like big ideas that could really sustain you for generations. That's the time that we're in. It's very incredible, very magical. Also very, very exhausting on the physical body because of what the energy is doing. I think that the cards that fell out in this reading they suffice. As you can tell, as I guess, presented myself, I feel like I have a lot of energetic work to do. I'm grateful that I was able to do this reading and for all the messages that came in because I needed that. I really needed it. Thank you all for the comments. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody who watches and keeps up with my work. Let's do this for real. Oh my God. Let me just read this post from Jonathan. I need to get his surname. Sorry. His name is, if my phone could just, his name is Jonathan L. Dent on Instagram. He posted about the transit and said Neptune is also the planet. Well, actually, let me just read the parts that matter. So he's saying, moments like this bring in new myths, not as ideals, but as acts of courage. And then he said, our ancestors were once asked to imagine a different world because the existing one could no longer hold. Now it's our turn to decide what we refuse to carry forward. Let's get to work. That's what he said. It's amazing. I love that last sentence. Now it's our turn to decide what we refuse to carry forward. And I think that's also part of what came up. Just what are you taking? What are you leaving? It's really all up to you. How far are you going to believe that? It's up to you. It's up to you. Do you believe it? Yeah, just always, constantly. Do you believe it? How far do you believe it? How far do you want to take this? Are you sure? It's too much pressure. Too many questions. A fixed sign. I'm a Scorpio. I think a Scorpio is a fixed sign, eh? In tropical astrology. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have. Thank you all so much. I will see you in the next reading.